Bonjour tout le monde, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Je suis là au Paris pour parler de mon temps dans cette vie. I think that's right. Hello, what's up? I'm here in Paris right now. I'm going to talk about my time in this city. I think the city. Anyway, language fact. I've been speaking French, I wouldn't say fluently, but conversationally and just every kind of day for the last 2 weeks straight. Boy, do I have a much greater degree of appreciation and understanding and empathy for people that are learning English or any other language as a second one. Man, my brain is exhausted, and even in just 2 weeks I'm already forgetting words that and meanings in English that I used to know and still do know, but I've been speaking in one brain for 2 weeks pretty much straight that it's like difficult for me to switch back. So it's like a crazy thing when it comes to switching gears and stuff. Yeah, so that's just like a fun thing. But finally got to use my French that I learned in high school and sort of been practicing this whole time, so that's been fun. I'm here in front of the Arc de Triomphe. I can't remember the history on that. It says it right underneath, which I sort of read, didn't really read. I was really tired when I went to underneath it. You don't have to pay for that, by the way. You can just go underneath and then come up, but you do have to pay if you want to go on top, which apparently the view is amazing, and I didn't do it because I'm spending a lot of money in Paris, which brings me to my next point. Paris is super expensive, man. I will never complain about the $9 Chipotle burrito. It's 2018, by the way. Just for notes, never complain about a San Francisco burrito again. The portion sizes are better, but you're also paying like 13 to 18 to 20-ish dollars. I've paid the most, Switzerland, $26 for a burger. In France, it's been about 18 for like a burger and fries. It was good, yes. It was filling, yes, but was it worth $18? I don't know. They do their meat a lot more rare here, so when they say, like, what do you, comme tu veux, like, what do you want in terms of the rare, medium, well done, I said rare the first time, and so they basically gave me pink, like a raw meat almost on the inside. Next time I said medium rare, and then it was rare, so I was like, okay, alright, I guess that's how they do it here. Public transit system works, which is great. It's another European city with a public transit system that does its job. It's a lot more difficult than say Austria to navigate the metro. There's so many lines, and I don't know, 12 I'm guessing, I can't even remember. There's a lot of different lines, both legitimate and illegitimate deals I'm sure are happening underneath the streets of Paris. It's definitely a cool town, a lot of culture, a lot of history, as you can imagine. The Eiffel Tower is pretty cool. It's surrounded by a wall, and there's lots of people from, like, I don't know, Syria, Nigeria, various and other Arab nations, which I'm not sure of, but there's a lot of them there, and a lot of them are selling these little the Eiffel Tower metal things, which you probably make for like a cent. It's like €1, €1, just €1, just like all day, just screaming it. And then at night they come out and they go, oh, want a beer, want a wine. And it's like, oh man, like it's really annoying. It's like a whole sub-economy going on, just like really annoying. But yeah, so the Eiffel Tower, it's definitely cool, but I mean, it's a big metal tower. It's definitely cool. It's just a big metal tower, and it's, you know, when you see it, it's amazing, but it's also, it is what it is. And then maybe that's because I've traveled so much. I've lived on 4 different continents-ish now, if you want to count what I'm doing now, living on it. So I've been around a lot, so I've seen a lot of towers, seen a lot of buildings, you know, seen a lot of sunsets. Not saying they're not worth appreciating, but at the same time, it's a tower. It's like, I think it's like 25 euros to go to the top. Someone said, I think I overheard a tour saying it was 25 euro. Yeah. So that's that one. Notre Dame's really pretty. You got to pay 10 bucks to go up to the top of the thing, which I didn't do because, again, I'm trying to save money. But you can go in for free, which I thought was really cool. Yeah, so that was sweet. The Notre Dame and some of the views of Notre Dame on the river, incroyable, just amazing, incredible, just gorgeous. But yeah, what else did I do? I went to the Louvre. I spent a whole day at the Louvre. That thing is a massive, massive palace of art and culture and history. And I highly recommend that you go. I can't remember how much that was. It was like 18 euros or something. 20? No, 18, whatever. It's like 20-ish dollars, maybe. it was worth it. If it'd be nice if it was like a 3-day pass, then it's totally worth it. But no, it's totally worth it. Especially if you're here. It's a massive multi-level museum of art from history, and a lot of it's legit. The Mona Lisa is there, which is really just a tourist trap at this point. There's just crowds of people, hordes of people. Just they go in, they aggressively get their selfie and leave. I know because I was one of them. I wasn't aggressive, but I sort of finagled my way up to the front, helping people take pictures, instead of having to fight people. But yeah. So the Louvre is really cool. Lots of art, lots of genitals in the Louvre. Which, you know, as an American, I guess I don't see very much of, at least in public spaces like art and statues and things. I think it's very interesting that most of these statues have very well-defined male genitalia, and the female genitalia is just almost non-existent. Usually it's covered by something. Oh yeah, because it's classy. I'm not sure if that's the reason why the genitalia is covered. It could just be that they don't want to do it, but I mean, obviously the female form is very complex. But I feel like the best sculptor could do a very good job of just like one line, make it a little more anatomically correct than like talk about beauty standards for women. There's no way you can beat a smooth marble surface, you know, there's just no way. But it doesn't matter. Obviously it's in the past, it's in history. I just thought that was very interesting. Yeah. But yeah, so that's the Louvre. Yeah, it's very high security. Again, a lot of the tourist guys, €1, €1. They're selling water, which is pretty useful. They're selling, you know, the metal Eiffel Towers or things like that. Yeah, so you get all sorts of that stuff when you're over there at the Louvre. Aussi, j'ai visité le catacombe dans le sud de Paris. C'est très incroyable. J'adore cette place. Et ouais, so. Yeah, I also visited the catacombs underneath Paris. I love that place, it's really cool. Yeah, some friends of mine, which I cannot say the names of, but we all went down there and yeah, they showed me the way, and thank God, because that is a very complex system of routes and stuff. I think it has been mapped. I think like there's a community of people that know the routes and stuff. So hopefully if you go with the right person, you'll be fine. But man, that is so cool. It's miles and miles of tunnels underneath there. I mean, I literally spent 4 or 5 hours, 4.5-ish hours underneath the streets of Paris. We don't get to walk through the catacombs necessarily, but you can. There's a legitimate place to do it, and there's a less than legitimate way to do it, which I did, which I'm happy I did. Very fun. But yeah, there's a lot to say about Paris, man. What else? People are, I don't want to say they're super friendly, but I haven't had too many problems. I haven't really talked to too many like Parisians. A lot of people I've talked to have been people I thought were Parisian and spoke very good French, but aren't. They're one of them's like from Africa, doesn't look African, and yeah. Got another Corsican dude. Met a girl from Georgia the other day. I'm like, okay, well that's weird, but whatever. I guess, you know, diversity, right? Yeah, it'd be nice to hang out with actual French people. Actually, I do have a friend that is French. I'll be staying with him this evening on my last night. Yeah, so that's pretty good. What else about? I believe I said the metro is actually more difficult to navigate than, say, Austria, which is kind of frustrating. But the trains do work, and they come every couple minutes. Buses, less so, but you do get to see how long it's going to take them to get there, to get to where you're at. Yeah, so I've been here for almost 2 weeks now. I think it'll be about 2 weeks, like 12, 13 days, 14 days, I don't know, that I've been in Paris. And it's been a crazy time. I will say, like, people dress up pretty well here as well. That's another cultural note. I think just in general, Europeans dress better than we Americans do. I think that's fair to say. You know, the girls are wearing classy dresses and things like that, and yeah, and guys just, I think, wear clothes that fit. I think that's a massive difference. And there's like styles and stuff. I think people care a little bit more about how they look, at least the people who aren't homeless. Yeah. But Paris is an amazing city. There's tons of culture, tons of history. I've been to all the sites now, well, most of the sites. I'm sure there's other sites that I haven't thought about, but I've been to the main sites. You know, I've seen them, dealt with the tourists, and yeah, everything's really expensive. I think I got a boba drink, a bubble tea drink, like a jasmine milk tea with tapioca in it, and that's like $6-7 for like small size in the States, and that's just, it blows my mind. I mean, where it's like 5 euros, 550 euros for something, which I think is $7 or $8, which is pretty amazing. But yeah, no, it is a cool city. There's a lot of cool stuff going on here. There's a lot of cool, even the lighting right now down the street, the way the light's hitting the trees, it's like, oh, that's cool that they sort of, at some point, probably designed that. That's pretty sweet. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up Paris. I can't really think of anything else to say. Can't say I know too many Parisians. I think the few French people I know are very unique and different than most of the population here. But yeah, let's head off to Barcelona next, and I guess I'm going to wrap this up, crack out of here. It's 7 in the morning, and yeah, see you guys next time.